Hey guys, what's up? Arch Crusader here, and today I'm going to bring you a melee training guide. So sorry about the little bit of delay, but I just started college, so it's definitely a new experience for me, and it took a little bit of time to get used to. Also, if you do hear a little bit of music in the background that isn't, part of my own background music, then sorry about that, but someone's blasting the music in the dorm next to me. But anyways, today I'm going to be bringing you a guide about melee training with airut, and I previously had a guide about this, but that guide was kind of the day after release, so obviously the best methods weren't known. And so anyways, here are some pretty OP ways to get your melee up. So basically, what you want to do is just bring your best melee setup. So for my case, it was Torva, Drygors. Tetsu isn't really necessary. I would probably advise more power armors because you won't be taking that much damage if you are, being active and paying attention and whatnot. But anyways, just other special items would be a spring cleaner, obviously because there are a lot of rune item drops, and then I would highly recommend bringing a bone crusher and demon horn necklace just because it'll make your trip super long, and obviously you could make a little bit more money with banking with a yak or using magic note paper, but it will severely limit your XP per hour. And so anyways, I will be showing you two methods of killing airut, and for those of you who don't know, if you are going to camp them, then just use the fairy ring code AKQ and run west. But okay, I'll be two methods. One is just by yourself, you and your Steel Titan, that is. And basically what you want to do is, pretty straightforward, just go to town on these fools, spec whenever you can. It is probably pretty advisable to bring some summoning potions just so that you could always spec, but I didn't in this case, and my XP was still okay. So even with using a demon horn necklace and bone crusher, I got, in 5 minutes, I got 37,500 attack XP, and that's one overload dose, of course. And I kind of messed up at the end and forgot I was recording and accidentally repotted at like 20 seconds left, but I kind of made that up and stopped myself accordingly. And so basically 37,500 attack experience in 5 minutes would equate to an hourly XP rate of 450k attack XP per hour, and of course you would get a pretty good chunk of Constitution XP with that as well, and a nice little bit of prayer XP. This could be faster, of course, so if you did bring summoning potions so that your Steel Titan could spec constantly, it would be more towards the 500k mark just on pure attack XP. And so for the second method, this is basically killing airut with a slave. Well, slave slash friend in this case. So props to my buddy Hesh, or shout outs to my buddy Hesh for doing this for me. Thank you, bud. But anyways, doing it with a slave, then basically both parties will benefit greatly, because in 5 minutes I basically got 68,240 attack XP, so that's in 5 minutes, and that would extrapolate to 820k attack XP per hour, pure attack XP per hour. That's pretty good. So obviously the hard part about this method is finding a slave to do this with. So pretty much your way of bargaining them into doing it is that you will leave the drops. So as you see in the second clip, I'm not picking any of the drops up whatsoever. And so basically if your partner is looking for money, then this is actually about 6 mil GP per hour in if they spend their time picking up the drops. And I forgot to explain this before, but basically when you're training with a slave, or with how ESC works right now, is that whoever's the first person to tag the monster, doesn't matter how much damage you deal necessarily, it's just if you are the first person to, so if you do like a little bit of damage to the airut, so you're essentially just tagging it, and then your partner kills and does the rest of the work for you, then you will get the XP for it. So then basically you're almost doubling your doubling your XP rate there. And so I also forgot to mention that if you are doing it by yourself, then it is still 3 mil, 2.5 to 3 mil GP per hour. And then obviously with your partner, your partner slash slave would be making about 6 mil per hour. So, you know, those are the two OP ways of training melee. So either 450 to 500,000 attack XP per hour, plus an additional 3 mil GP per hour, or you can get 820 to, I would say almost like 850 K pure attack, strength, or defense experience per hour. And so yeah, that is how the pros train melee. So you might be saying, oh, why do I need to train combat skills in isolation? Isn't it really inefficient because you might as well just do it with Slayer? Well, yes and no, but pretty much, you know, with the Slayer update since EOC, you will not get 200 mil all combat skills just from 200 mil Slayer, so you will have to spend a little bit of time, you know, just training your combat skills on your own. So for those of you whose ratios are kind of a little bit off, like me, then this is the perfect method for you. And so I know I was a little bit all over the place with my commentary. It's just that I go completely unscripted on this, and I just speak out of my ass pretty much. But I hope you guys really liked the guide. So like this video if you liked it, comment with any comments, subscribe for more content, and as always, stay fishing, my friends.